Okay then, just time for another Palawan missions leg before New Year on January the 3rd. Yeah, I know a lot of people celebrate the 1st of January, but that's not the case here in Palawan. I'll explain all about that in a minute. We do have a plane to get off the ground first. Do it okay. And yes, if we can successfully get through the roller coaster again, we'll try for this bigger bit here. Okay, right, there we go. We're okay. So yeah, a few years ago, our glorious leader, General Bumberg, was ill and missed the celebrations, which were due to happen on the 1st, and so New Year was postponed for 2 days until she was better and could attend. Then, to not make things confusing with the New Year not being at the start of the New Year, our Parliament, who are all personally democratically elected by President Bumberg herself, voted to get rid of the first 2 days of every month, and all of the months now do start on the 3rd. Now you may be wondering what happens to those missing 24 days, but it's all quite easy really, because on the Bumberg calendar, which is the best calendar, the days are added back in again at the end of the year, which all makes perfect sense. And I don't know why the rest of the world still uses their old-fashioned calendars and haven't kept up with the progress that the magnificent and innovative General Bumberg has introduced. But such is life. It's not our fault if the rest of the world can't keep up with us. So here on December the 55th, we have no more cargo on board, as we've just dropped off the last of that, which means today's flight is back to Puerto Princesa and the home base of our company, Palafreight. And I'm sure they will have plenty more jobs for me when I get there, because, well, they are the biggest air freight company in Palawan, but not just biggest in the amount of cargo we move. Compared to other similar air transport companies, Palafreight has also been ordered to pay the largest fine ever imposed after the incident with Alexander and the shipment of wild nuns from South Fiordland, although I'd probably best not go into that again. Anyway, nice day for flying. Weather looks pretty good for us, so we shouldn't have any issues with that. Little bit of wind, although not enough to worry about. And a reasonably short flight too, as Puerto Princesa isn't that far away from us here. Yeah, then I can have a bit of time off and enjoy the New Year celebrations in the city after we land. Yeah, that always involves street parties and fireworks, and of course the release of the traditional massive hydrogen-filled balloon in the shape of President Greta Thunberg's head. I should actually check the high-level winds about that, because last year the traditional hydrogen balloon, apparently General Bumberg's head came back down a few days later close to the border between North and South Korea and nearly started World War III. There was a little bit of a backlash from that. Not that it worried us here in Palawan though, as we do have the best armed forces in the world. I know some people may disagree, as only a small fraction of the army actually have any guns, but let me tell you, they are all highly trained in the use of homemade catapults, which can really sting quite a lot if you get hit by one of those. You're not too far away now. You can see the bay up ahead. So we are on course, and with the wind we'll need to come in over the bay, then make a left turn for finals. Looking at the map, I can see a jet aircraft taxiing out, a smaller one in the air that looks like it's lining up for an approach into Puerto Princesa. Both of those things should be out of our way by the time we get there, so I don't think there are anything for us to worry about, so we're good. Although we'll make a slightly wide base leg just to make sure that the little aircraft can land and get off the runway before we arrive. Yeah, then we'll come in over the port area, which is close to the house where Leon lives. Yeah, for Christmas he got one of his friends an elephant to go into their front room. And when his friend said thanks, he said, don't mention it. Yeah, doing okay here. Should be down in time to watch a bit of the darts championship on TV before the New Year celebrations start. Yeah, not the World Darts that's currently going on in England, where they play from 501. This is the Palawan Championship darts, where the players start from 7001. Now that may sound like a lot, but here in Palawan we don't throw those darts with just one single point on them. We use hedgehogs instead, so the scoring is a little higher than in the traditional game. Personally, I think that's much more fun. Some cargo ships down there at the newly renamed General Greta Thunberg Port, a place which is the largest exporter of human organs in the whole of Asia, and also the biggest importer of fresh hedgehogs. So it is quite a busy dockside down there. Making our turn to line up with the runway, and looking at the map, the little plane ahead of us is just vacating the runway now, so that won't be a problem to us, and nothing else looks like it's on its way in or getting ready to leave, so that's all good. Configure ourselves for my final landing of the year, as it's now December the 55th, and I won't be flying again until tomorrow on January the 3rd. So looking okay, and I'm sure everything will be lovely. Yeah, coming in over the port, and just beyond that is the residential area and the house where Jeffrey lives. Yeah, after years of smoking, drinking and eating fast food, he recently took up hiking in the mountains and found it was a great way to meet new people. Yesterday he met 2 paramedics, 3 nurses and a cardiologist. Still nothing to get in our way, so cleared to land, and an airport to ourselves as far as it goes for moving traffic which might get in our way. Some moving traffic on the road just before the airport, but obviously that isn't going to affect us unless they're moving the giant hydrogen-filled balloon of President Thunberg's head into position, but that's not due to happen until later as far as I know. Going to put a few more trees in there on the left, just on that final approach when I do an update of this lot. That will make it look a little bit better if there was more vegetation, I think. Yep, doing okay. So for the final time this year, well, let's see what we can do. Yeah, that seemed okay. Yeah, very nice. So we can park up back at the Palafreight building, which is just up here on our right. Blue and white one over there. They don't seem to have got rid of the mysterious substance under the green tarpaulin as yet, but not to worry. I'm sure it's not as dangerous as some people were saying it was. So yeah, there won't be any problems. Yeah, lovely, that will do. Okay then, so to all my viewers who may have already celebrated it on the wrong day, or to those who correctly do use the Bumberg calendar and will be celebrating it this evening on the right day, Happy New Year, and I will see you again soon. Bye.